Well, tonight's New Year celebrations will be anything but normal for millions around the UK. But a free online party will tonight give people the chance to dance the night away from the comfort of their own homes. Rave to the Moon is the world's first charity Rave-A-THON and aims to stomp the distance to the moon with the collective steps of people raving right across the world. Well, the host of the event is the DJ SK Shlomo. He joins me now. Really good to speak to you this morning. I understand that you can beatbox some of the raving tunes that people will be hearing. Can you hit us up with some?
Yeah, I can start with some beatboxing. Rave to the moon. But yeah, that's me. But tonight, I'm hosting so many acts today. It's going to be incredible. We've got DJs from Basement Jaxx, from Radio 1, from One Extra. We've got the House Gospel Choir, Nitin Sawhney, Mr. Scruff, DJ Yoda. There's so many people performing, and it's completely free, and it's all for charity to help people kind of feel, you know, like we can do something together at this really difficult time.
You mentioned some great and big names there. How did the idea come about?
You know what, this all evolved out of a show that I was supposed to be taking to the Edinburgh Fringe, the summer just gone. It's a rave theatre show, and it tells the true story of how I was stuck in my house struggling with my mental health. It wasn't a pandemic at that point, but my community came to me on my birthday, and we ended up having this like rave in my house. And that's where it all started. And I realised people were taking a lot of steps when we're having these parties, like marathon levels of steps. And I was thinking, well, why don't we have, instead of a marathon, a rave-a-thon? And why don't we do it from our homes? So yeah, anyone can join in. It's totally free. You can download an app that we're using, which will add your steps into our global step count. And if you get to the top of the leaderboard, you win prizes. We've also got prizes for like best outfit, best decorations, best dance moves. There's thousands of people who are going to be joining together. Just have a bit of fun, a bit of celebration. It's not ideal that we're separated, but at least we can have fun, you know, remotely and in our bubbles.
100%. Let's bring in Michael Kill, who's the CEO of the Nighttime Industries Association. Michael, really good to chat with you. I mean, what do you make of this Rave to the Moon? We are all being told to stay at home, to stay safe. This is a good idea.
It's an amazing idea, and we are 100% behind Shlomo and his team. Save Nightlife, the campaign, has backed it fully. We think it's a fantastic sort of move to support and get people engaged and try and sort of link people in together over a very difficult period. So, yeah, an extremely, really very positive initiative. And I've got to take my hat off to the people behind it, because it's been a fantastic, and it's been well received by the industry.
It's a positive news story, a good news story. I mean, Michael, are you concerned at all about people going out and about on the streets, despite the advice and warning from the government?
Of course we are. I mean, look, people have had a terrible year. It's been very frustrating, particularly for youth culture. They've been almost socially starved. They haven't been able to engage with people for sort of 9 months now. We're obviously concerned about sort of illegal parties and events sort of taking place, but we're urging people just to consider the impact and to look at initiatives like Rave to the Moon and some of the other really strong initiatives. I know there's others in Manchester, etc., which are very positive, supporting some really important causes that will make a difference for 2021. And you know, this is about standing together and realizing that, you know, we've got to all sort of do our part. So very important. But we also have some concerns in terms of New Year's Eve and potentially some of the things that could take place that just need to be managed appropriately by government.
Indeed, and just before we go back to Shlomo, I mean, we've been told that we will be out of the worst of the pandemic come early April next year. Can your industry hold out that long?
Our industry is obviously in a devastating position. We need a very simple thing from government. We need further support to bridge that gap between where we are now and to the point that we are able to reopen. The other important thing is just to understand very clearly what the long-term strategy is. The boom and bust strategy, the open-close strategy is not working for people. So to allow those businesses to survive, we need a further financial package that's going to be robust and is going to fall in line and with a long-term strategy for government to re-engage the marketplace and get that back to some sort of normality. Although we do recognise that that's going to take some time. Let's just consider that alongside things like rapid testing and the vaccination rollout, because I think that's going to be vital for people being able to reach out and plan effectively in their own businesses and individually.
What about you, Shlomo? I mean, it has been a difficult year for everyone involved in your industry. How do you see the next 2, 3, 4 months panning out for you and your friends?
It's been a mad time. Like, I'm normally doing something like 160 shows in a year. I'm normally traveling, getting on lots of planes, playing on lots of festival stages. But someone asked me recently, like, what are you doing for work? And I realized, the first half of the pandemic, I was sat there kind of struggling and thinking, this is terrible, this is awful. And then in the second half, I've kind of changed my identity. Now when people ask me, what are you doing for work? I've got an answer. I'm a digital artist. So I live stream every single Thursday and I get to perform to people all over the world. And that's what we're doing tonight. It's like there's a feeling of connection. And obviously it's an absolute nightmare that we can't just get up on stage and do what we love and connect with a real audience. But for the kind of mid-term, this is where we're at. And I think the most forward-thinking people are embracing the situation we're in and trying to do something good out of it, trying to bring people together. So that's what we're doing tonight. Anyone can take part, and if you sign up quickly, we're nearly out of spaces, but we've got like the VIP Zoom room, right? So anyone can watch the live stream for free, but if you want to be in our Zoom room, you'll be like projected onto our video wall whilst we're DJing, whilst me and those other DJs are performing. So it's super interactive. It's really fun. It's encouraging people to move. It's encouraging, it's really good for your mental health and your physical health to jump up and down a bit, have a bit of fun, let some of that kind of tension of 2020 go as we go into the new year.
Indeed. We've only got about 30 seconds to go. So, Michael, I'll say goodbye to you now. But Shlomo, can you just play us out with some more of the beatboxing that people will be hearing for this Rave to the Moon event?
All right, I'm more than happy to do that for you. So my name's SK Shlomo. I am a world record-breaking beatboxer, and tonight I'm hosting Rave to the Moon. Rave to the Moon. 1, 2, 3, break. 2021.